Welcome back to the channel where we mix facts with fun and cultural chaos to make the world slightly more understandable, or at least more entertaining. Today we're asking, which country in Southeast Asia has the most languages? This ranking is by Ethnologue, one of the world's most respected databases on languages, documenting over 7,000 living tongues across the globe. So let's count down from the least to the most multilingual nations in the region. And trust me, even the least here will blow your mind. 11. Brunei, 17 languages. Kicking things off is Brunei with 17 languages. Now 17 might sound tiny, but remember, this is a country you could cross in the time it takes to finish a Netflix episode. Malay is official, English is everywhere, and local ethnic groups keep smaller languages alive. Brunei is the fun-sized candy bar of linguistic diversity. Small, but it still packs a punch. It's also proof that even tiny nations aren't monolithic. Everyone brings their own voice to the table, even if the table is barely the size of a food court. 10. Timor-Leste, 21 languages. Timor-Leste squeezes in 21 languages among just over 1 million people. That's one language for every 50,000 citizens. Portuguese and Tetum are official, but beyond that you get a mix of Austronesian and Papuan tongues. Imagine ordering a coffee, and your barista casually replies in a language spoken by only 5,000 people. Totally normal here. It's like the country is running a boutique collection of languages. Not many, but each one rare and carefully preserved. 9. Cambodia, 29 languages. At number 9, Cambodia with 29 languages. Khmer dominates, making it one of the more unified countries linguistically. But head into rural areas, and you'll still encounter minority tongues that don't show up in your phrase book. Cambodia basically said, "We'll keep it simple, but not too simple." It's a reminder that even straightforward countries in Southeast Asia hide more diversity than outsiders expect. 8. Singapore, 31 languages. Number 8 is Singapore with 31 languages, which feels like cheating, because Singapore is smaller than most airports. The official roster is English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil. But the crown jewel is Singlish, the chaotic mashup where can-la and cannot-lo somehow cover half of human existence. You don't learn Singlish. You absorb it until you find yourself answering "okay-la" in meetings back home. The real miracle? Somehow everyone in Singapore understands everyone else, even if outsiders hear nothing but chaos. 7. Thailand, 84 languages. 7th place goes to Thailand with 84 languages. Tourists think Sawadee crap is all they need, but Thailand is a patchwork quilt. The northeast speaks Isan, closer to Laos. Down south it's Malay. And Thai itself? Get a tone wrong, and instead of asking for rice, you might call someone's mother. Thailand is stunning, but linguistically it's a minefield. You can admire the temples, but one wrong vowel, and you've accidentally proposed marriage to your taxi driver. 6. Laos, 92 languages. Laos comes in 6th with 92 languages despite a population smaller than New York State. Most people only hear Lao, but trek into the mountains and every valley seems to have its own dialect. Laos is quiet on the outside, chaotic on the inside, like your friend who looks calm but has 200 tabs open in their brain. It's also a linguist's dream. So many languages squeezed into such a small space, each with its own story of survival. 5. Vietnam, 112 languages. Vietnam lands 5th with 112 languages. Everyone knows Vietnamese with its 6 tones. Nail them wrong and you could insult someone's ancestors. Beyond that are dozens of minority tongues, Hmong, Khmer, Tay, and more. Don't rely on Google Translate in the highlands. It will give you a weather forecast instead. Vietnam is proof that even countries with a main language are never as simple as they look on paper. 4. Myanmar, 126 languages. 4th place goes to Myanmar with 126 languages. Many belong to ethnic groups in remote, mountainous areas. Myanmar is a linguistic treasure chest, except the chest is half on fire. Political challenges and weak preservation mean many of these tongues are endangered, making the richness both dazzling and fragile. It's like owning a priceless record collection, but the roof is leaking. 3. Malaysia, 144 languages. Bronze medal, Malaysia with 144 languages. Here, multilingualism isn't trivia, it's daily reality. Malaysians switch between Malay, English, Mandarin, Cantonese, Tamil, Iban, and Kadazan as if toggling Spotify playlists. Ordering food can sound like, "Can I get nasi lemak tapau please, terima kasih boss?" That's 3 languages in one sentence and the waiter doesn't blink. This is also why Malaysia feels unusually easy for outsiders. English is everywhere, but you're constantly reminded that you're in a country where diversity isn't just tolerated, it's the operating system. Malaysia doesn't just rank high in number of languages. It makes multilingualism a lifestyle. 2. The Philippines, 191 languages. Runner-up, the Philippines with 191 languages across over 7,000 islands. That's 1 language for every 36 islands. Filipino and English are official, but Cebuano, Ilocano, Kapampangan, Waray, and dozens more thrive. So yes, you can learn Tagalog, but in Cebu people will just smile politely and keep talking in Cebuano. The Philippines is Comic-Con for languages. Everyone's dressed differently, and nobody's following the same script. This linguistic fragmentation is also cultural glue. Each island feels fiercely unique, yet somehow, the whole archipelago still functions as one nation. It's messy, it's loud, but it works. 1. Indonesia, 710 languages. And finally the champion, Indonesia, with a jaw-dropping 710 living languages. That's not a country. That's a linguistic multiverse. Bahasa Indonesia is the glue, but travel island to island, and it feels like you're switching worlds. Papua alone has hundreds of languages, each village basically rolling its own. 710. That's enough to make Duolingo explode, reboot, and still give up. Indonesia isn't just diverse. It's linguistic overdrive. The rest of the world is playing checkers. Indonesia is playing 5D chess with 710 rulebooks. Why this matters, the power of diversity. So is this just trivia for your next pub quiz? Not really. Every language is a vault of identity and history. Lose one, and you lose a worldview. Southeast Asia isn't just diverse in food and festivals, it's a linguistic rainforest. Dense, vibrant, fragile. For outsiders, nomads, expats, tourists, it means you'll never run out of ways to get confused. But that confusion is the beginning of connection. Misunderstandings lead to stories, and stories lead to relationships. In a way, the region teaches us something simple. Diversity isn't a bug, it's the feature. Where languages go to party. From Brunei's 17 to Indonesia's 710, Southeast Asia proves one thing. Communication isn't about everyone speaking the same. It's about finding ways to connect anyway. This isn't chaos. This is jazz. Messy, improvisational, sometimes out of tune, but always brilliant. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from around the world. See you in the next one.